What's up guys, do you ever find yourself in a position where you've discovered a product on AliExpress that you want to sell, but no matter how many suppliers you look at, you just can't find one with good product photography for you to use on your Shopify store or in your adverts? Well, I'm sure you have, because it's such a common problem. It seems Chinese suppliers just don't put a huge emphasis on having high quality creative on their product listings, whether that's on AliExpress, Alibaba, or even on their own websites. Now, of course, there's exceptions that have really clean photography and videography as well. But in my experience, the majority of suppliers just don't, or they just don't show you the right angles and things that you want to be showing off to really help the conversion rate of your site. Now, of course, you can go into Amazon and find someone that's selling the same product and they might have better product photography. But I find Amazon itself too also has kind of boring, bland images, and they're not always the best type of images, because people are coming to Amazon, they're coming with high intent, they know what they're looking for, and they trust Amazon as a retailer. So those photos don't need to be as good or don't need to show as many things as product photos that are going to be on your Shopify store. So the obvious thing to do is you just order the product from AliExpress and then you get product photos taken. But the clear issue with that is the delivery times. So if you're trying to test multiple products, or you test a product that's not a winner, you've had to wait 2 weeks or a month to do that just to find out it doesn't work. But the aim of the game is to be as fast as possible and test more and more products until you find one that works. So you don't want to be waiting this long. And there's people that will do videos saying, okay, well, let's go to Amazon, buy another supplier who's created a brand out of your product from Amazon, and then take photos of that. Of course, you can, if they put a brand on it or anything, you can edit out the branding and it'll look fine. But the issue with that is it is the cost of product photography. Now, you might be able to take product photos yourself, in which case go ahead. But if you're someone who's doing it on your iPhone and just trying to process them, you might get away with that with certain products, but other products, I really feel it just doesn't look good enough. It looks amateur and it makes people concerned when they're on the website that this is a dodgy website. And that's the worst thing, because people aren't going to buy if they don't trust the website. Luckily, there is another option, and you never have to have the product in order to do it. And that's called 3D modeling and getting product renders. So what is that? Well, it's basically you get someone to create a 3D model of your product from the listing images, as well as if you go into the reviews at the bottom, you'll see different UGC content, and you want to just make sure you can get all angles of the product, or if it's something that lights up or whatever, get examples of that. And then they create renders of that model in different angles or different views, showing it off, and you use those renders as your product imagery. Now, some of these models look super realistic and really work. Half the time you wouldn't even know it was a model. You'd think it was just product photography that had been airbrushed to make it look a bit fancier. So this is something that I do and I really recommend. And it's a lot cheaper than professional photography and a lot quicker than the lead time of ordering the photo and getting photos taken and turned around. So to give you an idea of price, the person I use charges me $80 for 5 renders of the model, and it's super easy to do. What you have to do is you have to go into Fiverr and you have to type in product 3D modeling and renders, or just product 3D modeling or product renders, whatever. These kind of keywords will bring up a whole bunch of people offering this service. One thing to bear in mind though is, obviously in Fiverr they have 3 tiers of service, and some of the freelancers are going to be showing you tiers on how many renders you're getting. So, you know, like 5 renders, 10 renders, or 15 renders, and that is the variant in price. But others will be showing you variance in price in terms of quality of the model. So you really have to look out for that, because if you've got one that has 3 options and you go for the cheapest one, you might get a model that looks very low budget and very computer based and doesn't do the intended thing that you're intending it to do, okay? You want to look at different examples, talk to the supplier, tell them what you're after, and try and find one that's a good price but also giving you the right quality and the right number of renders you want. And That's pretty easy to do. What I'm going to do, I may have it or I may remove it. I'm going to put the guy I use in the description. That's someone I can recommend you. I can't show you any products at the moment because everything I've got is live being tested, and obviously if it's something that goes well, I don't want to show it off at this point in time. Maybe in the future I will and I can show it, do another video, but at this point in time I'm not going to do that. But you can take my word for it, this person's good. Obviously I don't get any money for it, it's just on Fiverr. Good price, great quality, and yeah, I was really happy with them. So that's it for this video, just a short one, but definitely valuable I think. If you have anything you want to know, leave a comment, make sure you give it a like, and of course subscribe if you want to see more content like this, as there's going to be a video every single week. So thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.